We're back. You're watching Coastal Living. Now, if you watch us regularly, you've been following Joslyn's journey. Several weeks ago, Dr. Chad Peters encouraged us to find your exercise. What's going to work for you? And oftentimes that includes trying a bunch of different stuff before you figure out what you like. Yep. So Joslyn went on this big journey. She's tried all these different cool exercises, and now we're going to go over them and sort of get your input, Chad, and see what you thought.
Yes, and first, Dr. Chad, I want to thank you for inspiring this awesome journey.
It's fun.
Each segment has been so much fun. I'm very passionate about fitness, and I've mentioned that on the show before. My father is the one who really inspired me because he used to be very much into bodybuilding, working out, and eating healthy. So that, obviously he's really inspired me, and you've inspired this segment, so thank you for that.
Awesome.
Each workout, really, I learned a lot from. The first one was CrossFit, and we have a lot of different videos that we're going to show you here. I loved CrossFit because it incorporated a lot of workouts that I typically do in the gym, but I know you're also somebody that participates in CrossFit also, right?
Yeah, that's my spot right there. Yeah, I love those guys. Just
and that right there, exactly, that's our executive producer, Cassie. She is amazing, and she was the one who also was like, hey, let's try out CrossFit.
Yeah.
I loved it. It incorporated a lot of cardio in between workouts, and I was constantly going. And I will say that of all of the fitness segments, this one got me the most sore, especially in my chest.
Cool.
We did a lot of upper body strength.
A lot of shock.
Yes, what do y'all think of this type of program?
Well, so for me, it's one of my favorite. One is because you can just get in, get out. It's no more of the hour on the treadmill, hour of lifting the gym. So I like the quickness of it because it's usually at my lunch break that we're doing this stuff. But I think the part that really grabbed me was kind of what you're waking up muscles that you haven't used because it's just not conventional. You're just doing a bunch of things otherwise you wouldn't do. It's things that you wouldn't do at your standard gym.
Sure.
Yes, absolutely. It was just constant moving, and I love that, the whole hour that you're there, you are working out your entire body. And speaking of which, that goes to our next the next one that I tried was Camp Gladiator. That was a lot of fun. That was actually outdoors, so it was nice and hot. I was getting my body going. Even just the warm-up was extremely intense. So as you can see there, just doing these types of workouts, it was a lot of high intensity interval training, a lot of HIIT training you see there. Have you ever tried something like this before,
I've actually met the owners on the airplane not too long ago when we were flying back. This is one of the coolest setups we ever had, and in fact, they had called me early about would you want to become more involved in it, and it just didn't fit with my family life because I've got the young kids and stuff, but I think it's just one of the coolest things. We live in an amazing city that is sunny, 340 days a year. Like, we should be outside playing in this. I love it. I love the whole idea.
And I also encourage a lot of our viewers to spend their time outside and incorporate working out. And this is exactly what you do. You get the best of both worlds. You're outside, you're enjoying the beautiful weather. It felt great that day. Obviously, in the summertime, it'll be a little bit more rigorous, don't you think?
And I feel like this workout, not to belittle anyone there, but compared to something like CrossFit that might be more sort of intimidating to someone who's never tried it, like, ooh, those people are really intense. This is more like a mom and pop friendly, hey, it's my first time, I feel good coming into this group exercise.
Absolutely. And like I said, we did a lot of warm-up exercises. This was just kind of the beginning process from what you saw there, and I loved it.
It's super cool,
Yes, those bear crawls were extremely intense.
Those are good for you.
Yes. So we went from outdoor to indoor, and so we tried Orangetheory also, which was lots of fun. That was great. It's kind of like a science-inspired type of workout. As you can see there, we're on the treadmill, and we did that for the first 30 minutes. And after that, we did some weight tracking. A lot of these different workouts, like I said, it kind of ties in with both cardio and weightlifting, which is what I'm typically used to. And it tracks your calories and how much calories you've burned, and things like that. And I know
the big screen stuff is cool, right?
Exactly.
It just keeps you going. It's found a really cool hack to keep your motivation going.
I think if you're a numbers person, that is what will keep you going. Like, I've become obsessed with using my Apple Watch because it's showing me how many calories or how high my heart rate is. So I'm like, come on, girl, you got this. Keep it high.
It's really the way the generation's going.
For sure.
Absolutely. I feel like this is just still so new to everybody, and this is also a workout that can intimidate some people.
Yes.
But I want to encourage anybody to try it.
Any of them.
Absolutely. And you kind of go at your own pace with each one. You always want to listen to your body and just make sure you're not overdoing it and overbearing your muscles.
Absolutely.
This next one was I can't spoil it, but this one was very intense. I've never tried it before. It was a Barre fitness class. I loved this because this one also had very intense warm-ups, but what I thought was most difficult was holding your squat for a certain amount of time, and you don't need any experience with dance or ballet. Have y'all ever tried something like this before?
I've done a barre class and I absolutely loved it.
Oh,
it is so challenging.
My goodness. And I didn't think it was that challenging. And she was telling me, you don't want to go too heavy on your weights. Are you sure you want to use those weights?
You're like, the camera's on, baby.
Yes, I was like, let's go. So I was all about it. And what do you think, what benefits can you get from a barre
Super
class?
cool. It's just like with all of them, you're not doing standard stuff, you're playing, and I think
Exactly.
that is like, if you're looking for your journey, like you've got it. You enjoy trying these different things out and playing with it and doing unconventional stuff, and that's more than anything, I think that's what you're bringing the audience out there is
Right.
like, things have changed, man. There's just so many options.
There's
and
so
it's,
many options
it's really
to try.
Cool.
So many different
Yep.
ones that were out of my element, which was the kickboxing, which was my very last one. Oh my goodness. So fortunately,
Oh, cool.
I was able to take out a lot of stress while I was participating in this class. I really loved this one just because I loved the type of warm-ups that we did. I mean, all of them, even just from the beginning, these warm-ups were so intense. I love that you can incorporate squats, and as you can see here, that was one of my favorite workouts. Right then and there, I feel like I burned at least 300 calories.
Nice.
And
we haven't hit a bag yet, and I'm wiped out, right?
Exactly, yes.
Cool.
So that was lots of fun, and I loved this one also. I want to encourage anybody to try it, and I thought that you needed a little bit more experience with kickboxing, but you really don't at the end of the day.
All these guys, all the instructors that are coming out now, you're not just going to open a gym and somehow get people. You have to be qualified, you have to know your stuff, you have to be able to set your different levels so you can keep people. Their businesses at the other side of it too.
Right. I mean, I really didn't have the best coordination, which I want to get a little bit better at. I mean, I didn't master all of them, perfectly, and nobody's perfect.
It takes practice, girl.
Yes, it does. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think what I've realized throughout this journey is that I'm going to incorporate a workout from each program.
Okay.
And my favorite one was the Barre fitness class.
Cool.
Just because it was something that I'm not really used to.
Yeah.
I'm used
Lots of
to just
pulsing movements, using
Right.
your body weight.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
it's a good class.
it's I need to work on a lot of coordination, and this is also a class that kind of helps you with that, and she kind of helps you one-on-one. But throughout this journey, I've realized that I'm just going to keep trying, even though these were just different programs. I want to just keep it going and just try as many as possible because there's just so many out there.
Absolutely, and that's called isometric.
They're getting isometric, and then with Barre, the new buzz one is the stability, right?
Okay.
So instead of just lifting with your shoulders, you're stabilizing, and that's going to be, you're really seeing this in the NFL a lot more. So you got these big beefy guys, and they're holding a 5-pound weight out like this.
But it
and they
engages
hold
your
it.
core,
Wow.
so
It's
it's like
everything.
a full body
It's
thing, even
everything.
though you're just
you
holding.
You can't just do one aspect of fitness, and I think where it used to be, it's cardio or it's strength. Now it's mobility, it's stability, it's
Calisthenics.
the whole thing, the coordination.
Yes.
This is how you remain bulletproof and stay young your whole life.
Absolutely.
And I will say, I mean, if you're not coordinated, you can also have improper form and you can injure yourself. Because recently I feel like I hurt my back and I don't know where it was from. So I was like, Dr. Chad, I'm so glad
Next
you're
segment,
here.
we got it.
I know.
We got it.
Yeah, now we're gonna take care of all the bumps and bruises you get from trying all the new
Exactly.
workouts.
I still have that little battle scar, but they were all so much fun. I don't care what I'm doing. If I'm active and I'm, working
Bang.
out my
That's it.
muscles,
You
getting
nailed
my
it.
heart rate up, I'm loving it.
And for some people, it might not be, okay, I tried all these and now I pick one. It could be, you know what, this month I'm doing
Do it all.
this or that, or you mix it up, or you have a day of the week where you try something else. It's great for your body. We're doing the muscle confusion, whether or not that's a thing.
Right.
It is.
And keeping it interesting for yourself so you're not getting bored. I gotta go to this class again.
That's it too. How boring if you just are doing the same thing over and over. Mix it up. Yep,
Exactly.
You have to do it. I think you did great. It's just
thank
perfect.
you.
Thank you for inspiring us for this segment. I know our viewers have gotten a lot out of it, so hopefully we can keep it going and keep getting you into some new
Keep pushing it,
experiences.
yeah.
I want to
definitely
go with you to one because they look so fun.
You're coming
Good.
with me
After
next
I get
time.
married, my schedule should clear up a
Yes.
little bit. So, and thank you, Dr. Chad. I know you've
Anytime.
inspired so many of our viewers in so many different ways, but this working out one was really awesome.
Cool.